But what about things like ADHD, ADHD,
Yeah.
which is a really useful diagnosis for many people. But oh my God, beware if you think that actually tells you more than you already knew.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. If people, and I've had lots of people say this. Oh my God, I discovered this. Or it's been happening more
Yeah.
recently now.
Oh,
With
yeah. We get all these people who've been Oh, thank goodness I was diagnosed as an adult with ADHD, and that explains my whole life.
Right, explains my whole life. And I don't mean to be dismissive of that attitude that says, "Oh, wow, I wish." Well, I've told the story recently in our podcast. About the kid I worked with who didn't know he had got the diagnosis yet, but his teachers knew.
Ah, yes.
And this is when I was an intern, and I saw the kid, and he didn't know yet that had this. He'd had the evaluation, but he didn't know he'd been diagnosed.
Right.
And he was not on any medication, no treatment, and he came in. And I said, "How you doing?" And he said, "It's weird at school. All of a sudden, all the teachers are nice to me." Before they weren't. Before they would just be treating him like he's a jerk. And now they're saying, all of a sudden they got nice. Well, sure, they got nice because they said, "Oh, we don't have to treat this fidgety boy like a jerk.
Right.
We can treat this fidgety boy because he's one of those kids that has ADHD, and so we know about that, and we don't have to blame him for it, and we can work with it." And of course, I'm thinking, great. I'm also thinking, you could have thought that before you got the diagnosis. You could have said, have you noticed there's a lot of fidgety kids, especially boys? Have you noticed that?